There are two things that lore includes to make it easier to work with Webpack. The first is the server.js file at the root of the project. When you run npm start to serve the lore application, it actually runs node server.js to execute this file, which in turn invokes Webpack to build the project as well as serve the result from localhost 3000. Now it turns out that the built-in development server for Webpack, the one that you learn about while following the Webpack tutorial, doesn't actually work as is for single-page applications that use routing. If you try to use it and you refresh the page while on a nested route within your application will not reload as expected. Instead, to get routing to work in a development environment, you actually have to configure and invoke the Webpack development server yourself, which is what this file does. But having this file included in the project by default means it's not something you have to worry about unless you need to customize its configuration. The second Webpack-related feature of lore is this Webpack config file at the root of the project, which is actually a wrapper around the Webpack directory. So the reason lore uses a directory structure to represent the Webpack config is so that you can easily support multiple Webpack configurations on a per-environment basis. What that means is that your actual Webpack configuration is a combination of the common Webpack config file plus whichever config file in the /env directory matches the current node environment. Now these file names are not special, so if you need to support additional environments, such as staging, you can simply create a staging config under the /env directory and set your node environment accordingly. The common Webpack config also comes with common loaders pre-installed to make it easier to drop files into your project and immediately use them. As you become more comfortable with Webpack, you can tailor this file to reflect only the specific needs of your project.